Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and watching CGHOW video, and 5 days back I posted this image on my channel and asked if you guys want a tutorial. So 142 likes and 15 comments and almost everyone saying yes for the tutorial. So here I am for the tutorial. So how to use this image to make a lighting or an image you have like this. This is created using AI. So you can also create images like this, but how to use that to create actual effect. And if you see, I have kind of created this, and this is the same texture. I'm using it that I just shown you. So this is the same texture. So how to do that? I'll show you everything. So basically, I'll go here and save this image. This is saving in WebP, so I will just take the snipping tool and I'll just snip it. Okay, and let me open the Photoshop. I'll copy this from here. So in the Photoshop, I'll take, I think, 5, 512, 512 and paste that image. Control T, and I will just it's big image, so you can take 1K canvas if you want. After that, you can make it black and white if you want, or if you don't know or don't want, you can use the blue color if you want. So I'll just make it black and white and then press the shortcut Control Shift U, then label Control L, and I'll just label it around this. And then I don't want these things here, so I will just take a brush with the black color and I'll just erase all these. I don't want. I'm doing it quickly. I have already done that. I'll show you my final output, but I'm just showing you the process, what you have to do actually. Erase these all things, and also if you want to erase this, then I'll let's merge these layers, Control T, and I'll move it here. And then I think I'll take the here. Then I'll take this dot, make it into the center also. Both should be the same. Okay. Then I can also scale it like this. After doing this, I will just merge this, can duplicate layer. And then if I'll go to the filter and I'll go to the offset. And if I just do the offset on Y, this vertical, so you will see this is the point where they meet. So you can just zoom and take the white color and just merge these. You can also draw some lightning here like this. Okay, you can do that. So now this is tileable. Then what I'll do, I'll duplicate this, and to make the glow, I will just blur this one little bit, maybe around this. Then Control A to select all, Control C to copy in this one. Go to channel, paste this on any channel. Now you'll see I have two channels. Red is my original and this is my glow. So this is, now you can save it, and I have already saved it, and this is my image, you can see. So it has now this and then this glow. Okay, I have already done the material thing, but I'll do that again. So let me just make a new folder and move these two kind thing here. So we have just action. So I will right click, make a material, M lighting. And what you can do, if you want to use sprite, you can use like this. If you want to use it on ribbon, you have to rotate it like this. Okay. So I will rotate it. So custom rotator I will take, and texture coordinate here. I want to rotate it from the center, and rotation should be 90 degree. So 0.25. It's rotated now. Now I want transparent and unlit decided. And red, I will just connect. We have to add red and green because we have to also use the glow. This will go to the opacity. And for the emissive, if I directly connect this layer, the glow will be black. So we will multiply that glow with a color, or you can use the particle color. Let's say 5. And then I will add this to the red. You can use particle color here if you want to change like this. Let you make this gray little darker, and you can make it like whatever value you want to use. Okay, so you have this. Now you can pan it, and it will pan like this. Actually on this axis. Oh, thanks. This one. So I'll just save it. So now we have this basic thing, and now I will make a Niagara, and I'll use this dynamic beam because we are using the ribbon, although you can also use sprite. I will use this material here, and this is the beam. So first, let's make it brighter, and we are not using particle color for now, so leave it. And in the beam width, I will delete these 2 points, and we have just straight. Now we can use this thing here. Let compile, and I'll make the width maybe like this. And to make it down, you can go to the setup and make this down minus 300, or maybe 300 like this. And to pinch it from here to here, you can use this thing, but in my original material I pinched it in the material itself. So basically, if you take the curve like this, it will also work, but there is some issue here. Although you can reduce the spawn count, and also you can work here, but still you can see the issue. That's why I didn't use it here. So I'll show you how to do that in material. The next thing, to make the background little darker, what I'll do, you can duplicate this ribbon. Although you can duplicate the emitter, but I'm not duplicating the emitter. The reason being is spawning on the same spot every time. You can now duplicate this emitter, and you can make this one black. Let's use the particle color here, so we can make it black. So now let's make this one first, or maybe 100. 50 is enough. And then this one, I will make this one black. And we are actually adding it on it. That's why it's not black. So you can just add these together and then multiply with this. And you can also use alpha. Okay, I'll remove this, save it. So now it's black, and you can increase the alpha if you want to make it thick. So now you can set the shorting, but it's not working. So to make it appear above, you can use camera offset, but camera offset ribbon doesn't support. So you can go to the material and type here camera offset, connect this here and make a parameter cam, connect, apply. Now you can go to your brighter one, which is this. Let me play. And you can go into the bindings, go here, go to the scaler, open this, use your camera uh, parameter, and I'll make it like 5. So now it will be above the black. And if I make the alpha little more, it will be thick enough to look like. So this is how you can make the dark edge. You can use it in the same if you want. And what's the point to use it in the same? If your ribbon has the random axis, so like I'll make this like 300, 300, and this one maybe 200, 200, minus 200, minus 200, and I'll make this maybe like zero point 0.2 and life maybe point random 0.1, 0.2. So now this blue light is randomly spawning and black is not following. And if you put the same values, it will not follow because it has the random values. So that's how you can use it in the same. So I'll delete it now. I'll duplicate this, copy and paste. And in this one, I'll go to the bindings and there's a color. So what I'll do, I'll use a different color. I'll take the linear color. You can rename it whatever you want. And I'll just use this here and make this black, of course. Increase this. And now the offset. So in this one, we have 5 offset. And in this one, although it should have worked like this way, but it's not working. So yeah, because I duplicated both has the 5. Now it has the black edge and it's following the blue. And now the last part, which is how to pinch the top and bottom in the material. So what you can do, you can use scale UV from center, connect this, and I'll take the append vector, and you want Y to be 1 and you want to scale only X. Basically, that is preview. So if I decrease this value, oh, actually we have to scale the Y because we are rotating. So we have to decrease this value, but only from the endpoints. Okay. And it's also one more thing is when I'm decreasing the size, it's duplicating it because we have to multiply it with the mask. So if I now here use this mask and multiply these channels like this green and one more time this X, now it will mask it out, but it's scaling the whole texture altogether. So we want just the corners, edges. So I'll take the texture coordinate, Shift C for the mask. I'll take the red channel, which is a gradient like this, and I can use a sign. So sign will make the both side black. If I'll make the value 2 here, then we can use the saturate and we can just connect this here. So black means it will make the radius 0 on the both side. Now you can save it and now you'll see it's working like this. So this is you can see final output in this one also. And let me show you all the settings. So in this one, beam, and these are my settings. Beam width is this. Then I have some color noise, some jitter, and this is the linear color for to make it black. And of course, I have that cam here, and everything is same. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, and bye bye.